Hello and welcome, my partners in crime. Now today's another update case, and as you can see I'm dressed the same because I've done all four because they're quite quick little update cases. Now this case is the Stephen Port case, which you can see, which I'd done quite a long time ago, so I don't know what the sound is going to be like or the quality because it was one of my first ones, I think. But anyway, this is an update on that case. Now the reason I wanted to do this Stephen Port update, because I think when I'd done that video, it's something wasn't right about it, and I said in that video something wasn't right about how the police had treated these victims. Right now, it's more and more has come out, you know, and it sort of seems, and this is why now there's an inquest, right? So this is what this inquest, this update is all about. Over the next 9 weeks or so, there's an inquest into how the Port murders were really investigated, especially the one of Walgate, which was his first victim. Now, what his friends and the people are saying really about this investigation is, if the first murder had been investigated correctly, which I think I said as well, then the other 3 murders wouldn't have taken place because he would have been caught. Now, it was the attitude and the bias of the police at the time, because these young lads were gay, and I think one of them was, you know, he was an art student, but he was doing a bit of escorting on the side and stuff. So the police are denying that the bias was there, but the people in the streets, the communities, and the families of these lads have all said right from the beginning, this man continued to be able to kill because the police didn't investigate this crime right from the beginning. Now, this is the Met Police again, so I just feel like I'm attacking this Met Police, but I'm not, right? I didn't start this inquiry. This has been, you know, being pushed and pushed and pushed, really, because answers have to be, answered here. You know, these questions have to be answered. Why didn't the police investigate the first crime, the first murder, and allow a serial killer, because that's what Stephen Port is. He is a serial killer. He's called the Grindr Killer. Enough. They didn't, you know, this didn't stop a serial killer. No, it was only really the public and everything else that really pushed and pushed and pushed on the 4th killing, really, I suppose. You know, this case was such a strange case, because when you read that outside this man's flat, Stephen Port's flat, that 2 bodies were found, and 2 bodies were actually found at different times by the same dog walker. Now that's telling you, isn't it, that something strange is going on. So if you eliminate the dog walker, right, she was an old woman, just eliminate her, you now know, surely, you can't be that thick, these police, this Met Police, to think that something isn't going on in this area. You know, just because you have young lads and stuff, and they may look like they're on drugs. One of these boys has never touched a drug in his life. They'd never touched a drug in his life, but they assumed, the bias, you see, was there. That they just believed that these policemen made assumptions about really these boys, these young kids, these, you know, lads, which really then hindered and affected this whole case. And this is what this inquiry is all about. So let's hope, you know, what something comes out of it. Anyway, so I think it was there was four lads. They was given fatal doses of GHB, and then they were raped and murdered by Stephen Port in 2014 and 2015, and he also sexually assaulted many more men by using the same sort of thing. Didn't kill them all, but he did. So this inquiry aims to look at the competency of the Met Police. Really, are they competent, or were they competent at the time of the investigation of this crime, which were first ruled as non-suspicious drug overdoses. 2 of them in the same place, well, they're all dumped in the sort of same place, but 2 of them found by the same bloody dog walker in the same position, a few months apart, but this is non-suspicious drug overdose. I don't know what's happened to this police, and I don't know what was going on there, but, you know, hopefully this inquiry is going to show some light, or, you know, shine some light on their thinking, okay, because something needs to happen with it, doesn't it, really? I think one of the police officers, listen, they've all denied, biased in any way, and even unconscious bias. So they didn't mean to be biased. They're saying that's not what happened. But what they're saying is, I think Detective Chief Inspector Jones attended the scene actually when the first body was found. And he categorised it as unexplained rather than suspicious. He also was unaware that, Stephen Paul already had allegations of rape on his record. So no one really investigated that. If they'd investigated Stephen Paul then with allegations of rape on his record, then when a body is found outside his flat with, in not suspicious but unexplained, if that's how they want to say it, circumstances, then I think this case would have opened up from there. And I think this is where the family and friends of these victims, especially the first victim, are coming from. Because they're saying, if this police have done their job, and this is a big thing actually to put on this place when you think about it, under the first murder, or the first case that they had found, 3 other people would not have been murdered and would have been alive today. So there's a big thing in this, isn't there, when we look, at this investigation into what really went on and into their investigation of this crime. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I think over the next few weeks we're going to hear different things, aren't we, about this case. But if you want to look at this case, then you can go. I know it's one of my older ones, and I do apologise now because it's when I first sort of started, I think, Stephen Paul case. So I don't know what the sound's going to be like. And I will keep you updated on what's going on here in this case. As I said, it's about 9 weeks, and I think there's about 5 weeks left, something like that, maybe 4 weeks left of it, maybe a bit longer. So I don't know what the conclusion's going to be. I don't even want to, assume what the conclusion's going to be, but we will soon find out. So really, this inquiry or this inquest is in front of a jury, and it is about the police's investigation into the Stephen Paul's serial killer, the Grindr's investigation into the murders that he committed, and he did commit. So that's the 4 updates so far on that. So I hope you found this case interesting. I hope you found all the updates interesting. You know what to do. Thumbs up if you've liked it. You can hit that bell button, which gives you notifications of when my video's coming out. You can subscribe at any time. You can catch all of the updates and all the other videos that are coming out on Spotify, on my podcast, Let's Have a Chat About Murder. A lot of these probably will be discussed now over the next few weeks and months as we go through, especially with this inquiry or this inquest into this investigation, probably on murder mornings and stuff, and I'll do a final update on this case to find out, when we actually find out if the police have the Met Police have done anything wrong or not in the eyes of the law. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? So thanks for watching. So until the next time, bye-bye.